All right, perfect. Wellington, hello. Hi, everyone. Let me introduce myself quickly first. So my name is Christopher. I'm head of business development and partnership at Intertech. And before we start, I would like to give a short glimpse, a short overview about what we as Intertech do and what this webinar will be about. We as Intertech are a technology and software development partner serving several industries. And one of those industries that we are focusing on is, of course, manufacturing. And that will also be the main topic for today. So we are specialized in Gen AI, IoT, data engineering, and digital product engineering. Recently, we have just been recognized as one of the top 100 tech companies in Germany by Tech Reviewer, which we are actually quite proud of. And what we're actually doing is to help businesses in the manufacturing area, in that case, for digital transformation, means optimize operations, improve efficiency, and drive innovation. What we are going to talk about today is split in different questions. So in the beginning, we are going to dive a little bit into the current state of manufacturing, what is working, what are the most common struggles. And afterwards, we will also go into new technologies like AI, automation, and what the impact of those technologies is in the manufacturing industry. And of course, very important, how the future will look like and how manufacturers can already now prepare for the time ahead. And I'm pretty happy that we are hosting this webinar together with our partner 42Q. And together with me, we have Wellington Giolo, VP Business Development and Strategic Alliances. Wellington, over to you. Feel free to introduce yourself as well.
Hi, Christopher. Thanks for having me. I'm excited to have this conversation today. As I said, I run the Business Development Strategic Alliances organization for 42Q. I've been around manufacturing for a little bit over 30 years. Most of this time working with manufacturing execution system. I actually started my career developing widgets for MES and then growing to deploying 42Q. I've been with our company for the last 26 years, our parent company, Sanmina Corporation, where I started deploying 42Q before moving to a more product and professional services role, and now running 42Q as a division of Sanmina. 42Q is a fully featured cloud-based MES developed by manufacturers for manufacturers. As I said, it was developed for a Fortune 500 company, Sanmina Corporation, to initially address Sanmina needs, Sanmina's requirements, with 70 plus plants worldwide, multiple industries, verticals. And a little bit over a decade ago, we expanded and decided to commercialize the system. That's how we launched 42Q as a Sanmina division. And we have been successfully growing since then. Thanks for having me today. I'm excited.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you very much, Wellington. So I would say, let's start with our first question for today. Wellington, how would you describe the current state of manufacturing? What is working well, and where do you see the biggest struggles?
Well, the manufacturing landscape is undergoing rapid transformation. We're seeing a strong push towards integrating shop floor processes with the broader value chain, driven by technologies like cloud computing, AI, AL, Gen AI. And this is leading into greater flexibility, scalability, composability, particularly in adoption of a cloud-based MES solutions. Manufacturers are also increasingly prioritizing sustainability, mainly in certain parts of the world, primarily in Europe. We have seen MES start playing a role as well, because now it can capture the manufacturing data in terms of like energy management consumption, and that's helping then to drive sustainability in manufacturing. What is working well I guess, is the enhanced flexibility and, as I mentioned, scalability that cloud brings into the space, and along with the focus, obviously, in user-friendly interfaces, composability, configurability, as with a low code, the possibility of exploring low code, no code
Mhm.
features in MES. However, manufacturers are struggling to keep up with, I guess, rapidly evolving requirements in selecting a system that can truly meet their needs today, but also the upcoming ones. How they can guarantee that the systems can evolve with their needs, with the market demands. And integrating these technologies, new technologies, I guess, while maintaining a legacy system is a major challenge.
Yeah, yeah, same for you. Thank you for the explanation. We also see a lot of manufacturers actually they want real-time visibility into their operations, but usually struggling a lot with outdated systems, disconnected data, etc. And partially data is still nowadays locked in spreadsheets, old databases, or even paper-based logs. But what is actually working well if companies, manufacturers start connecting their machines and people using IoT and AI. So we have also already built a connection between machines and people using IoT and AI, where the platforms are linked between factory equipment, workers, ERP systems, and due to that, it's easily possible to track production, detect issues faster, and even predict maintenance needs before machines start to break down. So when the data is actually starting to flow, AI can easily be integrated and as well bring even more advantages. Which brings me to the next question. So if we are nowadays looking ahead to 2025 and beyond, what do you think will be the toughest challenges for the manufacturers, and how can they prepare already now?
That's a great question, and I guess there are many. One, customers or manufacturers need to digitize, and you're gonna, as you mentioned, you're gonna have customers that might not have anything. They still might be running their entire manufacturing floor on paper, and they're gonna have to digitize. They're gonna have to go towards digital transformation, Industry 4.0. We're gonna have customers that have something, but as we mentioned before, the existing systems or solutions might not be fully meeting their needs, their requirements, and they're gonna have to expand. But how they're gonna go from something that they know, whether they like a little, they don't like at all, but how they move from something they have been running for quite some time to something that's supposed to bring them to the next level, how to make the selection, how to be future ready, how to connect or integrate existing legacy systems with these platforms, how to make sure things are working seamlessly. And I guess adaptability will be paramount in this environment. So they're going to have to select systems that can evolve with their needs, that can evolve with their growth, that can evolve with their supply chain, and integrating AI, ML, IoT devices, and I guess cloud computing, because you need the cloud to run. Cloud make things more effective. From that matter, the lack of opportunities that you get with the cloud computing in a cloud-based solution is a lot better. The value added different than what you have in a traditional on-premise. In integrating all this, it will be a major hurdle. As well, it will be meeting increasingly the sustainability demands, as we actually already discussed. So to prepare, manufacturers should begin investing in, as I mentioned, flexible, composable, configurable, I guess, cloud-based solutions that has a robust data integration strategies or enterprise integration strategy, where you can either connect it with different machines, enterprise systems, homegrown solutions, you name it. Traditionally, I guess manufacturers have, along the years accumulate a vast amount of data residing in silo systems, in both internal and external. And the promise of AI lies into harnessing this data.
Mhm.
Why this is complex? This is a complex undertaking, and we have a highly effective being achieving with our EMEA solution. Uh, just accessing the data is not enough. You have to access the data, you have to interpret the data, you got to make sense of multiple data sets, and you're going to have to analyze these effectively to ensure that this data will drive modernization, this data will add value, this data will bring something different than manufacturers have today, and basically push them to the next level. And that's what we do. 42Q, at 42Q, we emphasize solutions that meet today's needs while being adaptable for the future. And we don't know what the future is going to bring. We have an idea. We obviously there are resources, but we're making sure that we're following those trends. We're making sure that we're getting our customers ready for whatever comes. Um, and I guess in this context, having something that is phase approach, and that's what we have, something that you start small, you enable customers to quickly realize value because, like I said, they might be running on paper, they might be running on an MES or an assistant that they have problems in replacing everything or moving from nothing to something is critical and is disruptive. So starting small, realizing value in weeks rather than months. Drastically reduce the risks while upon accelerating, I guess, their transformation. And then you can continue build upon the initial success. You know what you want now based on your business and operational needs, and then you're going to scale up based on the same business and operation needs. And they might change along the way, and you can adjust to that. And 42Q is ready to work with the customers that way, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, same view. It's also a lot about data. So many manufacturers that we are also talking to is that they, of course, they kind of feel stuck between modernizing, but don't want to disrupt the production. And here, one of the biggest challenges from my point of view is the kind of data fragmentation. So you have different machines, different software, different teams working in silos. And it's super important to bring all this data together in one place. So kind of set up a unified platform that pull information from machines, IoT sensors, and also business systems. And instead of making decisions on just gut feelings, in the end, you will be able to reach the goal of get reliable AI-powered insights for your decisions. Let's come to the next and third question, where it is. New technologies like AI and automation are changing the game. What impact are you seeing and what should companies focus on?
That's another good question. At 42Q, for instance, we have roughly 40,000 pieces of equipment connected to our platform worldwide. And integrating with those platforms, getting the data out of this thing, putting AI, I think, is going to be a game changer. You know, we have 40,000. We expect it to double this within the next couple of years, based on what we're seeing from our customers that already have, you know, hundreds of pieces of equipment not connected for one reason or another. Maybe it's not a part of the business strategy right now. They don't see the value added, but that's coming. Or maybe some of those machines are too old and they're modernized before they get there. So in AI, ML, automation are game changers. That's where the focus is going to be. They will, or they enable actually real-time analysis, predictive maintenance, process optimization. There are so many things it's going to bring, and it's going to make manufacturers more effective, more productive. And we're seeing the AI being used for everything, like I said, from data analysis to optimizing processes and predicting maintenance needs. Um, Back in the day, it was totally relying on individuals, and if this individual, it could be more mature in one company, less in another, you might have turnovers. AI is fixing that because that intelligence is being built within the organization, and you are making more sense of this whole thing. Companies also should focus on leveraging AI in areas to explore automation more effectively and to reduce errors. Um, like I said, to improve the decision making on the manufacturing floor. When a good example is defect repair data. So you have a problem. Um, how do you fix the problem? What is the opportunity to get this resolved based on previous results, previous repairs? In 42Q, a connected platform um, is was built to help a little bit of that, where you have one, for instance, OEM, multiple vendors, different MESs. You're integrating different things. How do you connect this vast amount of data? How do you connect and make sense of all those data? And how the AI bring this thing together and empower you to apply advanced models and to get you the answers that you are looking for.
Yeah, same view. And you also mentioned it. We also see actually two main game changers. It's also predictive maintenance and the process optimization. And especially in the process optimization, IoT and AI really can shine. It can help manufacturers with so many things like cutting waste, improve quality, and also make the most out of the existing resources. And that's also why a proper architecture integrating IoT, MES, business systems, ERP, CRM, whatever, is definitely the foundation for success in that direction.
Yeah.
Perfect. Let me come to the next question, Wellington. Many companies worry about digitalizing while still relying on the old systems. How can they move forward without disrupting everything?
This is a very common concern, and we have run into this a lot. I guess for now, we're not even saying this right or wrong, but our approach is always the phase approach digitization. Start small, realize the value, make sure that you're seeing the results that you're expecting before you scale up. You start identifying the key areas for improvement and gradually implement the solution or solutions that make sense for you at that point. And as the business will show what the needs are, what the operational demands are, and then you can make decisions upon that. Uh, Choose solutions that can integrate with existing systems, enterprise systems, homegrown systems, you name it. We have seen it all, such like or like ERP systems, PLM systems, LMS, and that can be done via, um, I guess, adapters or pre-built adapters, or even APIs, standard leveraging and the standard protocols, OPC, UA, MQTT, ProfNet, you name it. And what it does, it really allows you for a gradual transition that minimizes disruption. So at 42Q, we develop solutions that we call accelerators, which are basically pre-packaged solutions that allows a quick deployment. Normally is a 90-day POC, if you will, where you have a 30-day deployment cycle for a limited set of capabilities into a small portion of your organization, normally a line or a value stream map. And then you have 6 days to prove it out. And that was actually designed to help companies that want to get started their digital transformation. Again, they don't have anything, they want to get started, or companies that have something, but they want to compare whatever they have today with whatever they're going, make sure it does make sense financially, does make sense from the capability the comfort point of view, security. And we have several of those. So we have the most common among our customers is the digital factory transformation, or the digital factory accelerator we call now, where basically brings the traditional track and trace and genealogy and defect and repair codes and serialization and reports and all these. We have the CMMS accelerator for companies that want to start primarily with corrective preventive maintenance, calibration, tooling control. We have OEE accelerators. We have OEE IIoT accelerators. So those are different things, as I said, that can come to solve or address one specific need and then scale up from there.
Yeah, exactly. Nice answer. Thank you very much. We also, it's clear, nobody wants a kind of a rip and replace solution. That's definitely too risky. So that's why we also see it as a kind of a best approach, that you start small, prove the value, and then start scaling from there, which is a safe and easy way to make progress. For example, instead of replacing a complete legacy system, instead, manufacturers can start just by layering IoT on the existing machines without touching the core of the process, and directly start collecting valuable data. And once the real-time data is going to be collected, it can easily be integrated with AI automation, just step by step. So also from our point of view, a good way to go into that direction without disrupting. And generally, it's always helpful to have some kind of focus on APIs, open architectures, that systems are able to communicate in between effortlessly, so that you can get over time automated reporting, AI-powered insights, and also predictive maintenance. So also from our point of view, it's very important to understand that kind of digital transformation is not a one-time project. It's more like a continuous journey that you have to go, and which is also the way that Intertek is approaching that kind of project.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, perfect. That would be it with my questions, Wellington. Thank you very much. And we still have a couple of minutes left. So probably we also have some questions from the audience. There is question one. We've heard manufacturers struggle with inefficiencies and disconnected systems. How can IT vendors like Intertek support digitalization and make the biggest impact? So how we as Intertek working with our clients is that we initially sit together and really try to get a clear overview about the current status, the processes, where inefficiencies exist. And out of that conversation and the insights to the company, we are usually able to suggest what kind of modernization and digital transformation might be the most meaningful, how to prioritize what needs to be done, what can be done, also some limitations depending case by case. But out of those exchange, we usually have the possibility to provide modernization suggestions, and to start also implementing afterwards by ourselves in order to bring our clients to the next level.
Yeah, and just to add to what Christopher said, I think it's is developing the relationship with companies that can allow them to support that, and that's one of the things we have done with Intertek over a year ago now. Because you got it in your specific question, disconnected systems. One of probably the first things that Intertek's going to do is analyze, as Christopher described. So what the inefficiencies are, and what kind of systems are involved. And sometimes it's I've seen people simply connecting make those systems. In other case, there might be an opportunity to improve something, and then solutions like 40GQ and an MES space, and there may be others in ERP and a PLM, where it will make actually your life easier. And Intertek has been doing this very well.
Yes, thank you very much. Yeah, it's also, from my point of view, very helpful when you're owner of a manufacturing company. You have your focus, you have your running business, and to kind of involve an external partner to review together with you how the process is, also what is happening on the market, in the industry, etc. Partially, it's just not possible to keep the whole overview about what is happening, because you have to focus on your business and bring an external partner into the game here and think about together what can be done, what is the most efficient way to go. It's always very fruitful. Then we have a second question. How does 42Q differentiate from other vendors, especially in terms of real-time collaboration, automation, and ease of deployment for enterprise AI workflows? Wellington, this is more for you.
Good question. I guess the biggest differentiators back in the day, our biggest differentiator from other vendors, it was that we were the first fully featured, multi-tenant cloud-based MES, but obviously there are a lot of more competitors or vendors growing this space. The future is the cloud, so everybody's moving to the cloud. But for me, it has always been the fact that we're built for a manufacturing, a Fortune 500 company, Sanmina Corporation, with 70 plus plants worldwide, multi-billion-dollar, supporting the largest OEMs in the world and multiple industries like industrial, defense, aerospace, medical devices, clean technology, automotive, communication, networking. So there's so many things in more than this, in verticals like PCBs and PCBAs and vertical integration, backplanes, memories, enclosures. So it was a system really designed to be extremely flexible, extremely composable, and extremely simple. I think that kind of brought the biggest differentiator out there. And that flexibility, the composability, really allow us, and I think we mentioned a couple of times during this webinar, gives customers something different, something unique, that they can start really small. They can identify one or two things that they're struggling, or the low-hanging fruits, the main challenges, whatever you want to call. Get those things done, validate it, make sure the value is added. You do this in weeks instead of months, like you do in a traditional MES implementation. Prove it out the value, not just to you, but to the organization. And then you start scaling up. You start adding other capabilities, other functions, other solutions or pieces of solutions based on business and operation needs on demand. Certain phase might take 6 weeks, other 2 weeks, other 8 weeks. It all depends what you want to do. In that flexibility or that composability, really allows customers to make quicker decisions, prove the value much quicker while reducing risks. And if you imagine, if you go back again, if you just dive 42Q to, let's start with Sanmina again. Even before we start commercializing our platform, so we have 30 years of experience in MES. This 42Q was initially developed back in the 90s, but we only started commercializing externally a little bit over a decade ago. The number of machines, as I said, we have over 40,000 pieces of equipment connected over there. We have seen it all. So integrating with different machines, with different platforms, because that was part of our role for the last 30 years. And that makes things easy. That makes things a little more adaptable to our customers. But a very important thing is our partners. And that's why we have Intertech. So with the growth of AI, ML, really brings new challenges that why we are very focused on in manufacturing and what AI can bring from manufacturing. We have companies like Intertech that can help us to expand and move and identify exactly how AI, ML can help customers in a much faster pace. And we work very well together with our partners to achieve that.
Yeah, thank you very much. Also, from my point of view, it was one of the probably most impressive things that especially for me, came up in the very first moment, or in the beginning when we started also to partner up with 42Q, was the on the one side, how various the possibilities are with 42Q, and also the easiness of integration and the speed of integration, that it only takes a few weeks or a few months to make the first valuable progress. So that was also compared to all the others that I've seen on the market so far, was a very, very huge advantage and benefit. Okay, perfect. I guess we don't have any further questions, and we are sharp on 30 minutes. I would say thank you very much, Wellington, and of course for everybody who's interested to get either in touch with 42Q or with Intertech and to discuss the potentials with integrating the MES 42Q, or to jump with us into in a session, just as I mentioned before, how we are going to approach partnership. Just first session, sitting together and figure out how the status is, what can be done, and to define a potential way to go together. Feel very free to reach out to me or to Wellington.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm looking forward to connect again with you and with the audience in the near future.
Perfect. Thank you so much, and have a good day. All the
Take
best.
care.
Thank you.